So please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Wilson Rector, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. oh God! And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes.
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
how do you do it?
I mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but.
Wait, hold up.
You got,
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny
All
and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
Just a sexy eye right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Each words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, happy Monday. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful one, making it positive, making it great, making it dope. You know what I mean? Doing everything you can to make it a wonderful one for y'all, because you know what? Y'all deserve good things to happen for you today and every single day right here on this planet. All right? So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful one, keeping it positive and keeping it wonderful. You know what I'm saying? This weekend has been a pretty crazy one. Not only just in the social media realm and things that are going on in the world. You know, there's a big event called Rolling Loud that just happened here in Miami, literally like a few blocks away from me. It's been insane. Seriously, like the place I'm at, the walls have been rattling like crazy. That's how loud this event has been. All right. We got a couple stories about those things that are going on or that went on this weekend during Rolling Loud. Some controversial stuff. What else is new, though? You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be a show without some controversy. Am I right? But hopefully you guys are all doing well. And if you guys are having a good one and having a positive one, please be sure to hit that like button. Send all those likes all the way up. All right? Send some love and positive vibes to this show. That would really, really mean a lot. We work hard out here in these streets, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? My fellas are in the house. We got my boy David and my boy T are in the house. Wagwan, my brothers.
Yeah, man, not much. Everything's good out here. It's looks like California's catching fire, but it hasn't spread over here yet, at least. So that's good. But yeah, I won't be on too long today, just for everyone, so everyone knows. It's going to be a short show for me, but Pascal and then we'll be around a bit longer. Yes.
I'm sorry for the late show this morning, but I was at a doctor's appointment that went a little bit longer than I expected. But everything's good. Everything's all good. Everything is fine. In fact, I think, of course, I haven't even talked to the guys about this to see what their times are like, but it looks like we might be doing for the top of this week. We won't be starting until 11 a.m. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, due to my appointments that I have coming up over the next couple days. So I'm just giving you guys a straight heads up so that I don't rush through all this crazy Miami traffic just to get here and give you guys your stories of the day. So I'm just letting you guys know up until pretty much, I think, Wednesday will be the last day that we will be doing an 11 a.m. show, okay? I thought I'd be back in enough time by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I missed it. So just to be safe, 11 a.m. till Wednesday, and then starting on Thursday, we're back to our regularly scheduled time, okay? So I just wanted to give you guys a fair heads up on that so that you guys aren't sitting there going, where's the show at? Man, where the show at? We're doing 11 a.m. from here until Wednesday, and then Thursday, we're back at our regularly scheduled program, okay? T, how you doing, my brother? What's good?
What's up? I feel like some separation anxiety right now, I kind of miss you, bro.
I miss you too, man.
you guys can't tell I am back in Philly.
Yes, sir.
I had a good flight back, and back to the routine of not being on vacay.
Right.
So It's all good.
The vacay is over, but now it's back to you being a wonderful dad. You know what I'm saying? And that's important too. You know what I'm saying? It was actually really cute when, you know, your daughter was calling in being like, "Where you at? I miss you, Dad." You know, that kind of thing. It was cute. I was like, yeah, he got to go back and do his daddy duties. Real talk. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing when you get to see that in real life. You know what I'm saying?
All love.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I hope you guys had a good weekend. You guys' weekend good? Y'all do anything? I know you were traveling, T, but like David, anything fun? Do anything interesting, exciting? Aside from giving me that story that I broke yesterday that pissed everybody off?
I haven't been doing. I've mostly just been working on my own writing for the past few days. I have a lot to catch up on because I've got planning to have a few meetings about it this weekend.
Nice.
So that's what I've been focusing on.
Nice.
So they did open up. I didn't get to ride it yet, but I checked it out. They opened up this bike route called the Palisade Plunge. I plan to try to ride it this week, and it's something like 30 or 40 miles of downhill track from the top of the mountain. So that's what I hope to do soon. I only drove by it, though, to see it. So it looks pretty cool. It just opened this week.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Let me know how that goes. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you know, while T was in town, we were talking about a reunion for all of us to do. You know what I mean? All of us be in the same room at the same time, kick it, do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Hang out and do our thing. So we definitely got to talk about it when we can all get together under the same roof and chop it up. You know, for sure. Sooner rather than later, because, you know, next thing you know, you sneeze and it's going to be, literally, it'll be the holidays. Watch. Soon as you blink your eyes, soon as you cough, it'll be Christmas time for crying out loud. You know what I mean? So we definitely got to figure that out sooner rather than later. Real talk. But anyway, and hopefully you guys agree, they're not really saying much. They're just kind of like, the coffee hasn't kicked in yet, y'all. Coffee hasn't kicked in yet. That's what's going on right here. But, you know, it's all good. I ain't mad at nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm still drinking my cup of coffee. You know what I mean? Mark Jones, if you're watching right now, hopefully you're enjoying that Wildlife Command Center coffee right now. So drinking out of the Pascal Show mug that I sent you, or the Wildlife Command Center coffee mug that I sent you as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mark Jones for enjoying that beautiful, amazing coffee, by the way. It's really delicious, and if you haven't done it, please go and check it out. Buy WCC.com. Their coffee's amazing. Go and do it, okay? But anyway, we got to jump into our first story of the day. I thought this was very interesting, and I felt like we should check this out for ourselves because, you know, honestly, it's one thing to hear a story. You hear it all the time from people. You know, you got girls that will tell their story all the time. They'll talk about those times that they've been harassed or annoyed or you know, etc. But it's another thing when you get it caught on film, okay? And we definitely have got to go into this particular story here because I feel like this is kind of the plight of every woman. Like I said, this just happens to be something that was caught on camera, all right? In 4K, caught in 4K, as the young kids would say. All right, so Rochester reporter blasts disgusting comments from two men while on camera. Now, this, like I said, we're gonna look at the footage. But we gotta read this article really quick, okay? So, Brianna Hamblin, a reporter for Spectrum News 1 in Rochester, New York, went viral on social media Friday after she shared footage of being harassed by two men while preparing for a segment. She warned of crude language in the caption of the clip that showed men commenting on her appearance. She says, "Being hit on and harassed as a woman, especially as a woman reporter out in the field, happens so often you learn how to roll with it or ignore it. This time, it happened to be recorded only seconds before my hit." So she was about to go live and talk about, you know, something that was going on in that neighborhood, I'm sure. She says, there are a lot of things wrong with this, she explains in a tweet. In the video, Hamblin is told, You look nice, by the way, as she stands before the camera, to which she replies, thank you. Hamlin's attention turns towards her cell phone when she is approached by a white man who immediately begins to make suggestive comments. So I just want to make it abundantly clear. There was a black man that walked by first. He says, you look nice, by the way. Then there was a white guy that walked by. I guess they were both together. And he just starts saying all kinds of crazy stuff, this white guy, okay? Now, they go off camera, and to me, it sounds like it's the white guy saying this stuff. And like I said, I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but from what it sounds like the white guy continues to talk while the black guy that he's with, I'm assuming that they're friends, continues to kind of like agree with him in the conversation, in the remarks that he's saying, okay? So back to the article really quick. The white guy says, you're beautiful as hell. God! That's what the unidentified white man says. Then Hamlin once again politely accepts his comments, but he persisted. He demanded to know why she was in front of the cameras. She goes, go and watch the TV. Go find a TV and watch Spectrum News, okay? She replied with a forced smile. So I'm not going to continue anymore with this article because they're just basically showing you the bullet points, the dialogue that happens. We are actually going to look at this footage ourselves and come up with our own conclusion. Okay, here it is, y'all. This is insane.
I'm not on yet.
Okay, thank you. We don't want to
Yeah, we're not on.
You look nice.
20 seconds.
Thank you.
Beautiful as hell.
Thank you.
God damn. I better not be on motherfucking camera. But why are you over here on camera though?
Watch Spectrum News. You can find out. Go find a TV and watch Spectrum News. You can find out.
For what reason?
Watch the news and you can find out. This is channel 9 and 1 usually, 1 and 9.
See, that's why I can't be left alone with a black woman. Or a mulatto chick. Because I can't stand these fucking white
girls. We are
girls.
done here. Have a great rest of your day.
You are sexy as fuck.
I'm going to stop it right there. Do you see the look on her face? It's the, man, how many times do I have to go through this? If I had a nickel for every single time. Or what I'd really like to say is, but I can't because I don't want to lose my job and we're about to go live. The other thing I want to point out, though, too, on this situation is where the cameraman at? Why is the cameraman not saying anything? Why hasn't he said, calm down, chill, man? You know what I mean? We're about to go live. Shut the hell up. Why didn't he have her back? Why didn't he have this woman's back? But look at the look on her face. It's worth 1,000. Oh, man, it's 1,000 thoughts are going through her head right now. Unbelievable. And this man these guys are sitting there just, and I'm thinking that they're probably drunk or high, or maybe both. But the fact that these guys feel like they can go up to any woman, doesn't matter if there was a camera on or not, and say those things, it's ridiculous. And of course, it's the white guy's like, oh, see, this is why, I don't mess with these white girls. I only mess with. This is why I mess with these black women and he says mulatto. Literally, he says mulatto. What? And of course, this woman is sitting here going, this reporter is sitting here going, why am I being disrespected? Well, like right before I'm about to go live and report the news, do my job, but be a professional. And I have to fend for my own dignity right now in front of my cameraman. where the cameraman could have clearly said something too. The cameraman should have had her back. Real talk, I'm just saying that out loud. I'm going to throw it around to the guys, see what their thoughts are on this situation. I think this is, I say this word a lot. I feel like I should, it should be a drinking game every single time I say the word trash. But at the same time, this situation is absolute garbage, okay? That cameraman didn't even sit there. Here's the other thing. Just really quick before I throw it to the guys. This is a woman who is about to be, who's in uncharted territory, I'm sure. She's just been assigned to go out there on assignment to this particular location. Why wouldn't, of course you're going to bring a cameraman or whatever and be brought in, like, to be there. And I'm not sitting here saying that she can't fend for herself, that she can't throw a good right hook, you know, that she doesn't know how to protect herself. But at the same time, that cameraman that's there is also there for protection as well, just in case ish hits the fan. But this cameraman doesn't do anything. She just has to sit there and take the sexual harassment and sprinkle it with a light dusting of racism. I'm going to throw it over to the guys. David, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, this is a weird one, but it's unfortunate. It seems like it does happen a lot. I mean, what we're seeing is, I mean, if you read her own comments, it sounds like this is something that happens somewhat frequently to her. I'm sure the exact words aren't the same thing or whatever, but this does sound like, according to her, this is a problem she's had frequently. So, yeah, I mean, I think she did the best she could. She was staying composed the whole time, and she was being mindful that she's working and trying to avoid getting pulled into that. I mean, that might have been what the cameraman was doing too, trying to do the exact same thing as her, kind of. I don't really know, but
keeping it classy, keeping it professional. But
yeah.
but here's the thing. Do you mind if I rebuttal real quick? Why didn't he just say you could still keep it classy and keep it professional, and also tell somebody to get the F out, to walk away? You could clearly go, he could have gone, that cameraman could have easily said, hey, we're about to go live, guys. I'm sorry, we're about to go live. If you don't mind walking down, leave her alone. She's about to, you know, she's talking to the people. You see what I'm saying? He could have played full court press on this situation. He could have walked in and just said, ooh, look, smile at the bird. You see what I'm saying? He could have just distracted them from her. And basically saying, oh, okay, if you're interested in knowing about this, hey, well, she's about to go live, guys. She's about to go live. And he could have still kept it professional and also found a way to get those guys the F away. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's got to be a way, right? Sorry, David, continue.
Yeah, so, that's basically everything, I guess. I was just thinking it's quite possible he was doing pretty much what she's doing. Someone did ask, how do we know he's a cameraman? It's just because that's what the news article said, I guess. Mm-hmm. But we do. It was reported that he's a guy, so it's most likely true, even though we didn't see him.
We heard him,
but
we heard him.
Yeah.
And you never know. It could be. Let's be real. It could be a female with a low voice, but let's be real. That was a male voice, from what I heard. From what, you know, if we're just listening to the vocals, sounded like a man. And then, of course, you clearly know that there's somebody on using the camera or working the camera because of how the camera whip pans to the right and then goes back and then zooms right into her face and then focuses again and then zooms back out. So, I mean, there's clearly a second person there talking to the guys too at first, and then he stays silent. He just falls silent. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. T, what are your thoughts on this, man?
Well, I'm just thinking about the change in society of the way men speak to females or women on the streets. Mm-hmm. And I believe it was sometime this year or maybe last year where there was a young woman in a corner store, and she brushed off the guy's comments and tried to leave the store and ended up biting her in the face and attacking her. And there's another situation where another guy, he literally like stomped her windshield in her car for her saying, "I'm not interested at all." So I think this woman here did a really good job of defending herself, where she did not, make the guys agitated or violent towards her. Because a lot of these weak guys out here are attacking women after they get shut down. And I think that she's smart enough to know that she has to survive this situation and just acknowledge them. But at the same time, she said, "If you want to see more of me, pretty much, just watch me on the news." So I think she did a really good job of being clever about it and not allowing herself to be a victim if these guys became more aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, obviously she was very crafty with just rolling with the punches, because obviously it could have gone south really bad. And of course, we don't know the environment that she was in. We don't know the block that she was on, etc. We don't know that either. And also, of course, the Pioneer also said something too that I wanted to jump off of as well. He goes, "Pascal, you're a buff man with a lot of confidence. Not every man is built like that. We can call him the cameraman," he's referring to. "We can call the cameraman a punk all day, but he went home that night." Now, here's the thing. Clearly, good point, Pioneer and T. Both of you guys have very good points. Also, let me just say this, because Kiki of 5 said this earlier too. Whether it was a man or a woman, that person that was behind that camera should have said something or should have stepped up. I agree. And like I said before, you can still be. You don't have to be a big, strong dude or a very what's the word? A very what's the word? Powerful
macho?
woman, I guess. No, not macho, because I don't want to get it twisted. But I mean, like, just a woman who stands their ground. You know what I mean? A resilient, strong woman. Okay? You don't have to be those types to step up without getting your face bashed in. Like I said, there are many ways you can get around a conversation intimidating. Exactly, Roberta, on Facebook. Thank you so much for the comment and finding that word for me. Like, you don't have to be intimidating or walk around like you're physically threatening just to get somebody to leave, to get somebody to walk away. Now, what these guys were saying were absolutely atrocious, terrible words, absolutely terrible words. But at the same time, they weren't being aggressive. They weren't saying anything. They weren't stepping into the shot. They weren't doing anything crazy. So there's a way that you could have, that camera person could have stepped up without being overly aggressive, without being intimidating, without being super macho or anything. This isn't a pissing contest. It's about being able to get home safe and in one piece. So there's ways to get around that, I think, and also get your point across. You can still professionally tell somebody to F off. Professionally. It's just wrapped up in a with a bow of niceties. You see what I'm saying? But who was about to say something?
Yeah,
David.
I was just going to say that I kind of agree with Mark and all of them. It's very likely if he did stand up, especially since they're drunk or high and there's two of them, they would have probably just, once he got involved in an altercation, I imagine they would have just beat the crap out of him and then probably ran off with the woman. Because it was kind of clear that that's what that guy wanted. And as long as if the cameraman stood up, I don't think it would have ended well for him. He would have probably been put out, and they would have just, at that point, there would be nobody there to witness or stop them, and they would probably just do whatever they want with the newscaster as well, because it's obvious they don't really care what they're doing there.
Yeah, it's okay. Fair enough. I think that there's so many different ways, right, that you can, like I said, step up, say what you need to say, and those guys would go away in time, right? You can still, like I said, you don't have to be aggressive. You just going up to them going, "Hey, guys, I'm sorry, but we're about to go live. Do you guys mind?" That's not And I understand people go crazy. That Mark Jones just said it, you know, which I agree. People are getting killed over the smallest things nowadays. You know, there are reports and stories that go around like crazy, like 2 guys shoot up a McDonald's just because there weren't salt on their fries. Real talk. So I understand that there's craziness out here. There's craziness out here. But also just letting your partner, your coworker, your colleague go through that and not step up a little bit just to say, hey, I got you. I don't know. To me, it just, like I said, there's so many different ways around this, but I guess myself, and if I wasn't the height or size that I am, I still would have stepped up and done it in a very stealthy way. You see what I'm saying? It's all about stealth. It's all about them not knowing that they're doing what you want them to do, but they're doing it themselves. You see what I'm saying? It's all about stealth, right? And I feel like, well, maybe myself, I'm just used to this kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Where people are just, they think one way, and I try to come at them in a diplomatic and professional way as much as I can, right? Next thing you know, their minds have changed, or they realize, okay, that was wrong. Or in this particular situation, it's like, oh, they're going live. Oh, you're going live? Okay, my bad. 9 times out of 10, those people will walk away. Unless they're really that cracked out or drunk. That's when you get those crazy videos online of reporters trying to do their reports, and some drunk idiot jumps into the shot and starts saying crazy stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I just think that this is a situation where I'm not blaming it all on the cameraman. Okay? But I do feel like the cameraman could have stepped up so that she didn't have to sit here and deal with this for that long. Because I can only imagine how alone she felt in that situation. How ostracized she felt just because of her looks. Just because she happens to have light skin. Being a black woman. In the middle of the street. Looking professional. With lights and cameras in her face. And these guys are sitting there just looking at her like she's straight up a piece of meat. That's just disgusting. And I wouldn't stand for it. If I were that cameraman, I would not stand for that at all. And if that means I get a punch in the face, then that's all right. You know what I mean? Then that's it. You know? But there it is. There it is.
I was going to say,
go ahead, Dave.
I basically agree with you in that regard, but I mean, at the same time, I usually have a knife and a gun on me or something like that if I'm in these situations. Mm-hmm. So, like, that is one thing you see with a lot of these newscasters. They're not prepared for violence, even though that is becoming increasingly common with newscasters. So a lot of times they don't seem like they're prepared. If you look at the riots and stuff over the past 6 months, I think it kind of plays out that way, where we have been seeing just people get completely brutalized just for getting in someone's way or things like that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say.
No. I appreciate your 2 cents, and I appreciate everybody's 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? I do. I really do appreciate everybody's 2 cents, even on other videos as well. And here's the thing. We got to jump into this next story, but before we do, I need to address something, because I see someone like Nigel P. Clark on here asking me, saying, Pascal, aren't you embarrassed about your last video? Hopefully you're still on, because I'm going to answer that right now. He also said, you came across completely ignorant and look like a race grifter. You're going to correct the misinformation in your last video. Now, here's the funny thing, and this was a question he asked, and that's totally fine, Nigel. I'm going to address this directly to you, okay? Thank you for the comment. I really do appreciate it. But here's the thing. I'm going to ask you this. Have you watched the entire video? Have you watched the entire video? Just saying that out loud, okay? No problem, Nigel. I appreciate you asking the question. I want to ask you guys this, because the last video I did, for those of y'all who don't know what I'm talking about, okay? The last video I did, I did a video about some cops, okay? I forgot what the name of the city. Some cops were not planting, but there was a video that went viral where there was a cop tossing a plastic bag in the back of a car, okay? There was a man that was filming it, and it went viral. This one video. Now, I did a 15-minute video where I showed not only just the viral video that went viral, but the body cam footage. And on top of that, I read an article. Okay? So here's the thing. What's very upsetting, okay? What's very upsetting, and I didn't say planting. I corrected myself, Nigel. Hear me out. Listen to what I'm saying. Here's the thing. I did a full 15+ minute video talking about everything under the sun. And I talked about both sides of the spectrum. I talked about if he was trying to throw that in there to get those guys in trouble, and if he wasn't. I talked about both sides of the spectrum, and then I came up with my own personal opinion. So what I said was not ignorant if I sat there and I did my due diligence. If I show both sides of the video, if I show two perspectives, body cam footage and the video from that kid's cell phone, then I also read an article that's stating what the sheriff's department says. How am I being ignorant? That's what I'd like to know. Now, there's a lot of people out here that are quick to jump on and only watch what? 3 minutes of the video and assume that I'm just grifting. But I'm not. You have to watch the entire video, and that's all I ask everybody to do. One of the things that's very frustrating about doing shows like this, etc., what's frustrating is people will sit there, see the first 5 seconds of the top of the video, and just assume that I'm being, or that person is against what you might think, right? So that's all I ask, Nigel. I appreciate the comment. I appreciate it. Whether you like the show or this channel or not. You know what? What's the other thing? The other thing that's very interesting is if you know this show and if you know this platform, you're going to see for yourself that my show does not grift. It is not a grifting show. I do not pander to one side. I put in my own 2 cents, my own personal opinion about certain things. Sometimes the cop is in the right, and sometimes the cop is in the wrong. So, hey, please hit that subscribe button, take a look at it, and you'll see for yourself. This show is completely not what you think. Okay? So, there it is. Check out the entire video. I put it out there. I asked for you guys' your own opinions, and that's it. No grifting going on in there. Okay? So, moving on, but I appreciate the comment because that's the thing. I've been getting a lot of comments like that on the main page, on the this second channel. Sorry, on this last video. And at the same time, like I said, I can sit here and say water tastes good, and there's going to be somebody out here saying, no, don't, tastes like crap. So, hey, everyone has their perspective. Everybody has their opinions, but not once am I race grifting at all. I show you guys the facts. I show you both videos, and I read an article, and then I put in my own 2 cents, which, by the way, I'm sorry, from last time I checked, I have every right to have my own opinion. So if you have a problem with that, there are plenty of other channels that you can go and check out. But I appreciate the comment. Moving on to the next segment of the show. This is a very interesting one. All right. Dababy. Dababy dodges a shoe in Adidas, as he said. Dodges a shoe at the Rolling Loud event here in Miami last night because he said some pretty racy stuff. And we're going to show you guys the racy comment that he made on his at his show, at his performance. Let's take a look, shall we? Take a listen to this. And let me know if he deserved a shoe thrown or not. Take a listen to this. This is ridiculous, y'all.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
Let's be real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
There you go, guys. So, soon after this, he dodges a shoe. I need to pull up that footage because it's pretty darn amazing, too. 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. I got it right here. Here is...
Dogs are offended.
Yeah, they're super offended right now. They're having too much fun running around acting a damn fool. But anyway, here's the shoe moment. Here's Shoegate. Here's Adidas, okay?
Who the fuck threw that motherfucking busted ass goddamn Adidas?
Let me do that one more time. It happens so damn fast. Here we go.
Special 2.
He got
Who
moves.
Who the fuck threw that motherfucking busted ass goddamn Adidas? Special 2.
Okay, so of course, as you hear in the video, all right, in the very beginning, he starts talking about AIDS and HIV and dudes doing things, and then he gets a shoe thrown at his face. And he dodges it too. I'm impressed. I probably would have gotten hit. I don't think I would have seen that. I'm gonna be real. I probably would have been hit. I don't know if I have reflexes that fast, but he dodges that ish. Man, I need to know: did he deserve the shoe and the shoe thrown or no? After those remarks, I'm gonna throw it over to T this time. What are your thoughts on this, man?
It is what it is. I mean, he up there on stage, he's spitting off his own point of view. Everybody's not gonna like it. So it is what it is. One of those comments that he made offended somebody enough to throw a shoe at him. Or his concert was whack. I don't know. But you're up there, you know, your chest sticking out, you talking smack, somebody gonna react to it. You have the right to. I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, co-sign on somebody getting hurt, but like it's a shoe, you'd be all right.
Yeah, that's true. It's a shoe. He gonna be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah.
It weren't no bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's
No
a rapper,
bullets at all.
for God's sake. You know, think about it. That's a good point. It's not a bullet. Could be worse.
You know what I'm saying? David, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? He got reflexes though. Come on now. That was hella fast. He was like, "Who threw that damn Adidas?" David, what are your thoughts on this, man? Do you think he deserves it or not?
Nah, not really. I mean, he's talking crap at everything, but he's just talking. If anyone feels so offended they throw a shoe at him, that's basically him beating them. They're losing control. He's gaining control over them. And I don't really see it. You know, if someone says something and you act in response to that, the action is your fault. It's not the fault of the person who said anything. At least that's as far as I see it.
Wow. Oh, come on, David. Think about this. When you're a kid at school, right? And a bully took your lunch, punched you in the face, and you respond to it, and you get in trouble? Come on, man. Blame the bully, not the freaking person responds to the bully. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. It's like if someone is just talks shit on everybody and then someone beats them up, the person that attacks them is going to get in trouble, not the person that's just talking shit.
I hate that.
It's getting the plot thickens here.
No.
I'm just playing the play.
It's always a responder who's guilty, man. I don't believe that.
No, that's facts. But I do also think that when it comes to high school, though, it is all about that zero tolerance no matter what. So if he got if he threw the shoe or he got a shoe thrown at him, if it was in the land of high school politics, both kids would be thrown out. Both kids would be in trouble. Both kids would go into detention no matter what. But I do agree. I do agree. I do side with T a little bit on this one because, I mean, at the same time, if you got somebody going out there talking trash, I mean, he said some stuff that he didn't need to say. He didn't need to go on that microphone and say any of that. And there's a bunch of people that paid tickets that are probably living that kind of lifestyle that don't need to be, that don't need that shout out. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you got all these people in the same room together and you're all celebrating, because you're celebrating music, you're celebrating the movement and the emotion of music and what it does to people and how it is a universal language where there are people from all races and creeds and sexes, whatever, that are under one place or in one area enjoying that same song or enjoying that same concert, right? All having a great time, singing, rapping the same words. Some people that are in that place don't even speak that language, but they know the words. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like him going up there and saying that, I don't think he should have said what he said. And I'm not surprised about the shoe getting thrown at him. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have said what he said. You know? And yeah, of course, you know, I also got to say this too. This is the other question I have. Like, on some real stuff, was that a premeditated shoe throw or no? Because you got to remember, there's somebody who left that place without a shoe. They were walking around like this, just clomping around, or they walked out barefoot. Like, what do you do? What were you going to do? Were you saving the second shoe for somebody else? Just think about it. So whatever he said angered somebody. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. Did he have an extra pair of shoes? Did he come in with an extra pair of shoes? You know what I mean? Were those expensive Adidas? Or no? I'm just saying, inquiring minds would like to know, man. Inquiring minds would like to know. You walking around clumping around like this. You know, damn Dababy. You know what I'm saying? Like, who got motivated enough to go, man, I'm throwing my shoe at him. I'm going to throw my shoe. What? Just saying. Just saying. That person's walking out just sans one shoe. What the hell is that? Okay. I'm just saying. He walking out with an Adidas. Like Nerd just said. Exactly. He walking out, not Adidas, with an Adidas. Okay. Anyway, kind of trash. I'm sorry. But at the same time, both were in the wrong, I think. He said what he said. Not great. The shoe throw, classless. Let's just be real. But David.
Yeah, it's probably just the way I see things. But yeah, I'm just, I guess there's an arrogance to me in that degree. Like if someone's starting to talk shit that's related to me, I just don't care. They start looking stupid and little to me, not like a danger. So like, I don't know, this is the way I've always seen it, even as, as well as my friends see it this way, I think, is usually when someone loses control or whatever, it's just like they've lost to the troll and they're playing the game the other person wants them to play, not the one they should be playing. But that's just the way I see it.
Yeah, and that's fine. And that's totally fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I feel the same way too. And if I was Dababy and I was saying some stuff, you know what I mean? And I was saying some stuff, suddenly a shoe got thrown at me, I'd feel some type of way too. I'd be like, the hell's wrong with you? You know? But then at the same time, I'm like, all right, well, think about what you said, though. Think about what you said. It's like, well, that would, what I said was would piss a lot of people off. Because on some real stuff, you're literally ostracizing a portion of your listeners that are at the event. And now you're trying to say, like, all this crazy stuff. That would make a lot of people feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But we got to go into a quick commercial break because I know David's got to jump off here. And when we come back, we're going to talk about this Lil Nas X situation. Yeah, we're talking about the Lil Nas X, and I'm opening up the phone lines. I'm also going to say that too. So, yeah, baby. Yeah, man. T's excited about that. So we will be opening up the phone lines on that particular subject. So get your fingers ready and I'll get that phone ready. We will be right back, okay? Very short break. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
Actually, I'll Google real fast.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and being a part of the conversation. If this is your first time checking out this show, please go hit that like button and most definitely crush that subscribe button. I do this show Monday through Friday, originally Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But for the rest of, from till about Wednesday, we're going to be on at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Just a fair heads up for you guys that are part of the family that watch this show and is that we are a part of your morning routine, and I totally understand that. So I'm just letting you guys know we are starting an hour later tomorrow and Wednesday. Just a heads up, okay? So please, if you're new and appreciate the show and love what we're doing, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that join button as well, okay? $4.99, that's less than $5, okay? Helps us fuel this show so we can keep giving you your stories, your pop cultures, and your controversies of the day. Okay, but we got to go into our next and final story of the day. And this one's very interesting because I'm going to open up the phone lines on this particular subject and this subject only. I'm just letting you guys know. I ain't opening up the phone lines to talk about any other thing except this subject right now. And if you guys call in to talk about something else, I'm hanging up on that ass. Don't be offended. Anyway, we got to go into this story. Now, if you guys didn't know, Lil Nas X just recently came out with a music video called Industry Boy, okay? Now, this Industry Baby. And now this particular video is causing a lot, it's causing a lot of backlash once again, because he did another video, El Montero, and that was very interesting, where he ride the pole all the way down to hell and, you know, was bumping and grinding with the devil and all that stuff. Now, this particular one, if you haven't seen the music video, is very interesting. He goes to prison, and then there's all kinds of prison stuff, and then men twerking, and then there's a shower scene. There's a shower scene that I think you'll never unsee once you see it. You feel me? But these guys they come off as they're naked, full on naked in the shower, dancing, okay? So there's a lot of people that have been having some feelings about this particular music video. And of course, we have got to talk about it a little bit here. Now, there's another YouTube personality, commentator, that has a lot of respect in the, you know, in the YouTube realm. And he goes by Dr. Boyce Watkins, okay? Now, Dr. Boyce Watkins recently put out a tweet where he said this. He said, hashtag Lil Nas X isn't fighting for gay rights. He's marketing the sexual irresponsibility that's causing young men to die from AIDS. Being gay is one thing, but being a super spreader is another. There's nothing healthy or helpful about that video, especially for children. Okay, this is what Dr. Boyce tweeted. Dr. Boyce Watkins tweeted, okay? So then Lil Nas X responded, and this is his response right up here above. He said, y'all be silent as hell when brothers dedicate their entire music catalog to rapping about sleeping with multiple women. But when I do anything remotely sexual, I'm being sexually irresponsible and causing more men to die from AIDS. Y'all hate gay people and don't hide it. Okay, so I'm opening up, well, I'm not going to open up the phone lines just yet, but I will be opening up the phone lines on this particular situation because I want to hear your thoughts on this. You know what I'm saying? Is he wrong for what he's saying? Is Dr. Boyce wrong? Dr. Boyce Watkins wrong for saying what he's saying or no? Now, let me just throw in my 2 cents here really quick before I throw it over to T, all right? Now.
All right.
Because I know T's ready for this one. So let me just say this really quick, okay? Lil Nas X has a point. Okay? Lil Nas X does have a point. We do live in a world where it's all about if it's a regular heterosexual male who has a rap video and all that stuff. It's all about big booties and shaking and money and cars and all that stuff. Hypersexualizing women, etc. Okay? I'm just saying this for argument's sake. Okay? But then you got a guy who's basically he's clicking and dragging those same tropes and throwing it right underneath him just being gay. Okay? So, Zozo Bob said exactly what I'm trying to say. Lil Nas X is basically pointing out the hypocrisy that does exist within the hip-hop genre. All day long, we're all about seeing booty shaking, TNA all day long, money, etc. He does the same thing, except it's men, because that's his thing. That's what his sexual appetite is ready for. Suddenly now it's super overly erotic. Here's another thing. We see people like Madonna, like a virgin, humping and grinding all over the ground. Yeah, there was at a time people losing their minds at that time, going, oh my God, she's hypersexualizing just sex. She's sexualizing herself, etc. But then we see the same breakdowns for like Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears or any of those people, so on and so forth, that have done crazy stuff. Lady Gaga, same thing. So just because his specific preference, right, his specific palate sexually is men, how is he doing something that's super wrong? Aren't these guys on the other side, the hetero men that are doing music videos as such, wouldn't they be promoting and trying to be a super spreader as well? Inquiring minds would like to know. I'm going to throw it over to T. What are your thoughts on this, bruh?
Well, I'm not a current hip-hop industry person. I don't get into any of the music at all in the past 20 years or so. But, I do know who this guy is. He was famous for the country song.
Yep.
That was really popular with kids. Really popular song with kids. Young kids at that.
Old Town Road.
Last year or 2 years ago. And this young man has come out since as homosexual. And I'm just trying to unpack this, his reasoning behind this video, I would say. I'm going to read a quote or the tweet from Dr. Boyce Watkins first. And Dr. Boyce Watkins is a black entrepreneur, and he's big on Black financial independence, stock market, Black excellence, Black wealth, etc.
Wait. Is it the same thing I just said, or is it something more?
No.
Oh, there's more.
It says this came out on July 24th.
Okay.
It says there's nothing liberating about Little Nas X. Black men twerking in prison is traumatic and reminds us of prison rape. Prison rape is not funny. They don't do it. Well, they don't do that ish to white people. And he says, stop it now. Then he goes on again and says the following day, a video with Black men twerking in prison is like doing a video with Jewish men twerking at concentration camps. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So that's when Nas X responded with, "Y'all be silent as hell," when NIGGAs dedicate their entire music to rapping about women, all that. So
yeah.
Dr. Boyce Walker's original 2 tweets, I agree with 100%. I don't live in this whole world of everything's okay. I just don't. Maybe I'm old school, but I don't. Our children, from my point of view, our children are already overly exposed to anything that's possibly out there via internet, through their cell phones, social media, tablets, etc. It's already, as a parent and as an educator, super risky and super difficult to try to unprogram kids who see too much crap too fast. That's my point of view. So when kids are already impressionable, already easy to persuade, already easy to influence, they are sucking in every entertainer, movement, quote, song, lifestyle, dress, everything is like, wow, I want to try that, or I'm disgusted by it, or whatever, I'm scared, whatever it may be.
Right.
But they're still being exposed to these experiences. And whether it's a man, woman, or not, or as people who are homosexual, doesn't matter to me. It's too early for any kind of sexual exposure, in my point of view, to any child that's probably younger than 13. I don't know, whatever the age may be. So okay. I feel like Little Nas X and his influences and him highlighting the culture of prisoners having no other option but to, I guess, do what they do behind bars because there's only one gender behind bars. And promoting that as something fun or something that is, encouraged.
Like he's saying that's every gay man's, right. It's like every gay man's sexual paradise is going to prison. Reality.
I mean, if you've seen Oz, the TV series,
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
this is not heaven.
This is not reality.
Right.
And you don't want to put it out there as, hey, look at me. I'm an entertainer who's free, but I choose to go into a prison or a jail cell and do. I'll say this: I have not seen a video yet, and I don't want to see it. But I've heard about it. But I don't want to. You should not be glorifying, in my point of view, anybody behind bars. Period. And then sexualize it, and then put it out there as fun and acceptable and okay. First of all, real quick, it's connected. Sagging pants. That whole culture of sagging pants came from prison.
True.
Your pants size were, first of all, they give you any size that they didn't care what size you were. Here's a big pair of pants. Put them on. You're in prison. We don't care about your rights. Then that turned into a homosexual thing where your booty is being taken in prison. And that's what the culture came from.
Facts.
So men left prison wearing saggy pants because that's what the culture was in prison. In a shameful way. They call it swag now, but that's actually a homosexual lifestyle in prison. So for them to glorify that as being okay, and the homosexuality probably wasn't even let's put it out there, it wasn't consentful. No, they didn't say come on. It was stolen from them. Their manhood was stolen. It's like buck breaking in slavery. It's stolen from them. So we can't. So this isn't a knock on gay rights. This is a knock on human rights. Someone stole your manhood. So we can't mesh together, LBGQ with stolen booty hole. It's not the same thing. So that's not get confused here with our emotions here. It's not the same thing. If he was a gay man who wanted to do some gay stuff somewhere else that was consensual, go ahead and do it. But when they choose a prison
and do what he did from what I heard he did in that manner that was calculated, and it was very it was a very I would say short-sighted way of doing things, because people are going to take that many different ways, and all of this is traumatic. If you're promoting traumatic experiences, that's not okay with anybody. Period. I don't care what lifestyle you live. That's not okay. And our kids have to see that and go, do I dance to this? Do I sing this song? You can't put it out there to your kids on the radio and on cable TV. No.
Okay.
How could you?
Okay, hold on. Then let me rebuttal here. Here. Okay. Just for the sake of this argument, this whole conversation. Okay. What about WAP? What about every single music video that's out here right now? I'm just saying, like, if it's okay for Buck broken. If it's okay for that to be out there, hypersexualized types of things towards women, etc., why can't it be on the other side of the fence as well? Or so then, okay, but at the same time, this is the world that we live in. We do have, even Sin just said WAP is trash too. Absolutely. Exactly. It is trash, but here it is. You still hear it every single day. You still hear it out here. It's still being played in the clubs. It's still being played out here. You see what I'm saying? So if one goes down, the others have to go down too. Because the only thing he's doing is doing exactly like this. He's not reinventing the music video. He's literally doing exactly what they do on the hetero side. Wow. What they do on the hetero side in the hetero world. He's doing the exact same thing. Now, let me say this too. Now, I agree. Yes, there was a part of like he goes in, he breaks out with Old Town Road, you know what I mean? Killing it, doing his thing. Kids love it. People are loving it. Then all of a sudden he goes a hard turn into El Monstero or this one, Industry Baby, etc. And I get that part too. And it's kind of like, well, what the heck? But also, you got to look at other people's successes or their specific career trajectory as well. You could look at all these other people that had songs that were very poppy and very, kids were dressing like them and wanted to be them. Then all of a sudden they got super hypersexualized. You know what I mean? Or they started doing super racy stuff. Look at Britney Spears. You know what I'm saying? The first song, Oops, I Did It Again. That was a song every kid was loving it, eating it up. Then all of a sudden, later on, she's starting to do songs like I'm a Slave for You and all these, like she was doing she went sexual. She's got a freaking boa constrictor around her neck, showing off her midriff and doing all this crazy stuff. I mean, all I'm saying is that all these artists go down this road. You see what I'm saying? And so he's doing the same thing. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that I like the music video. I don't. I think the music video is, I feel like a lot of times it's just there to surprise, right? It's just there to cause a conversation, which is exactly what he's doing right now. But I don't think it's a super spreader, because if you sit there and say, oh, it's a super spreader, then you could click that same thing and put it on top of every other music video that's out here that literally over-sexualizes women, over-sexualizes, just women in sex in general. You know what I mean? They put the sex and all that stuff on a very high pedestal. It's the same stuff. Like I said, he took the same tropes, dragged it right over to did his own music videos. And now we have people having a problem with it. I think that's weird. I think that's trash. So here it is. And I know. And here it is, though. I'm with you, T. What you said was very well said. I'm with you on it. But I'm just saying, if that has to go, then the other things on this side has to go too. We can't sit here and automatically say that it's not okay for him, but it's okay for the baby and for all the little babies and babies, all this stuff out here doing all these music videos where the ass is just wobbling the entire music video. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you. I mean, it's all bad influence for kids. Oops. We know that already. We can tell. I mean, First of all, if you're dating right now and you're single, and you're like 18 through 25, the younger generation, you're lost in the sauce right now.
Right.
'Cause everything is perpetuated as, hey, look at my ass, look at my tits. I like you for a moment. Next, moving on. There's no substance. There's no conversation. There's no legacies. There's no building for anything. It's just quick, moving on. So like it's not only him. It's everybody out here that's perpetuating this lifestyle that's trash, and there's temporary satisfactions that everybody is not happy at all anyway. And it's a cycle of like, all right, what's next? What's next? What's next? Who's gonna fill my empty void inside?
Yeah.
Nobody. You got to nobody.
Yeah, I mean, so this is interesting. This is a very interesting conversation. I'm opening up the phone lines, 314-766-4581. Love to hear your thoughts on this situation and all of that. Definitely give me a call, 314-766-4581. What are your thoughts on the Lil Nas X music video and the comments? Are you with Dr. Boyce Watkins, or are you against? Or are you against it? Are you with Lil Nas X, or are you with Dr. Boyce Watkins, and why? Give us a call, 314-766-4581. See, I do think that Crystal said this, that guy going to call Nas X super spreader for gay and AIDS, but I will bet he ain't putting the same effort into not spreading. I can't go any further with that one, but we got a phone call. Let's get it. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Pascal, how you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing? Who this? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, my name's Ray. I'm calling from Orlando.
Oh, Ray from Orlando. Thank you so much for calling, Ray. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Yeah, the whole situation with Lil Nas X again. I'm gonna be honest, like, this is really nothing new. We've seen in music videos. We've been seeing this for decades in music videos. I mean, in all cross of genres of music.
Right. So then so you're on the Lil Nas X side.
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like he's an artist and he's expressing himself, Yeah, I know everyone doesn't agree with him, but this is something that's been going on, I mean, like I said, for decades. And I know and I know there are a lot of parents who are against it, but my honest opinion about it is, if it's not child friendly, don't let them look at it.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. If you don't like it, you can always switch it off. Or if you don't like it, you can always just block it, etc. You don't have to watch it. That's the same thing with WAP. That's the same thing with every single music video that's out here that could be highly sexual or that you find highly offensive. You don't have to watch it, and you don't have to listen to it if you don't want to. But I also have to say this, as a counter response to that is there's a lot of kids out here that have access to everything. And as much as they say, don't watch this because it's bad for you, they will still watch it. You see what I'm saying? So they're still consuming that with their eyes and ears too. Kids are rebellious. Yeah. You say, don't touch that red button. They're going to touch it. You feel me?
Yeah, because I know, because hell, we all been there. Hell, I said, hell, we all been children, Hell, I have an 8-year-old myself, but it's like, I know how easy access it is, but that's why, with a lot of things with him, I make sure, like, I put a code on everything because I have pretty much like every streaming service you could think of.
Word.
And so, like, with my HBO Max account and my Netflix account, like, I put a code on that so he doesn't get access to stuff that he can't watch, and same with Hulu. Disney Plus, I'm not worried about that because it's Disney. But like all the other ones, I make sure like I do have a code on it. And just like, because also too, we're both gamers. We love video games.
Right.
But, like the games I play, I don't let them play. Like I don't let them play Mortal Kombat, GTA, Call of Duty. But I'm okay with him playing something like Pokemon and Mario. So, yeah.
Right. And, and the thing is like, I mean, here it is, though. I also do think that there's a lot of, like, speaking of just video games in general, I do believe that there are a lot of video games that Kids shouldn't be playing, but they are also playing these really crazy, heavily violent, games that are out here as well. And like I said, I just think that video games are also something that you need to keep one eye open on too, because they are crazy for sure. But I was just using that as an example. Oh yeah, no. Of course. But I appreciate your 2 cents, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ray. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Talk to you soon. So and that's the thing, that he does have a point. Ray has a point there. You could easily just say, hey, I don't want to. My son or my daughter does not need to see this kind of content, and you can make sure that you have full court press on blocking that ass. You know what I mean? That blocking that particular content. So you do have the right to do that. Just like Nas X has the right to express himself artistically, and if it happens to be that way, where he's hypersexualizing men like that, then that's on him. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. It is crazy. To me, I saw the music video, and I'm going to be real. My jaw dropped, too. I was like, what? I was surprised just as anybody else, but at the same time, I'm looking at it and going, this is full on. He straight up is doing this for attention. And that's exactly what he's getting right now. That's basically it. And here it is. I'll also say this too. And some of y'all will agree with me and some of y'all won't. But I'll say this though too. I truly believe that if it's not going to be Lil Nas X, it's going to be somebody else. And maybe that somebody else is going to come in and do even racier stuff. So, if it's not going to be him, it's going to be somebody else.
That's a problem right there, man. Ask yourself, who's profiting off all this? Who owns these labels? I don't know. He's probably getting
No. I mean, he's getting
I'm saying, who owns the music labels? Who's allowing what was a cultural, urban, let society hear our voices where we come from, to let it be dumbed down and over-sexualized and overly violent and every kind of thing negative you can think about that perpetuates Black culture, Latino culture to be scum on the earth. Who's profiting off of this? Because you're allowing the trashiest quote-unquote entertainers to get mainstream attention. And you allow people who have actual real talent gotta go out there and hustle or bustle for a break.
Well, hold up now. So just because, okay, I'm gonna say this. So are you saying that Nas X does not have talent because of the content? Or because, I mean, let's be real. Takes some talent to be somebody who blows up after Old Town Road. That thing goes multi-million views and streams, etc. It made a name for himself. It became a household. He became a household name because of that song. So you say he's not talented because of the hypersexualized content that he's putting out in his videos?
Even besides that, though, I mean, is he? What can he actually do that's good lyrically? Can he produce music? I mean, anybody can dress up and make sounds on a microphone, have a catchy producer put a nice beat on there, and dance with it. That's the industry for the last 20, 25 years. It's a catchy hook. Somebody gonna say a few gibberish words in between,
right?
And you dance. I mean, there's like actual real talent, like real poetry, like real, schematic, phonemic awareness. What do you call it? Like, I would say literary devices.
Yeah.
All these things, alliteration, all the things that bring in actual poetry, is missing. That's gone. And you have producers who are producing off a drum machine mostly too. It's not even people with talent for a piano or a guitar anymore.
is a computerized producing machine, and somebody who you want to perpetuate stereotype with tattoos on their face, with the certain lifestyle you want to live, is put out there to promote nonsense. And this is all schematically put together. It's not a coincidence, you know. And I'm not. It's not like I'm getting older and I'm bitching about this right now. It's been happening for at least 20, 25 years. Of just anybody can have a hit. And
True.
It's all recyclable. It's all recyclable. It's none of it's going to last more than a year being popular. It's no more good. No more oldies. No more old school jams. That's gone. I could pop on a tape from '95. It still hits right now. But
True.
Pop this on in 20 years. Actually, put it on in 2 months. It's going to be probably trash. It's all recyclable. It's all recyclable. So the industry is handpicking agents. Anybody who's going to demonize our community, look worse and worse and worse. Give them an advance check. Give them a crappy ass deal. Have them sign off on the shit. And they're actually broke. They're renting everything. Everything's being paid for by the label. And when they done spinning up those 2 hits, they're trash on the streets. Next person in line.
Now, here it is, though. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not disagreeing with you on the whole idea of, like, all right, you know, everything's a copy of a copy of a copy. You know,
Yes.
as far as, like, making hits nowadays, it seems to be easier and easier, you know. But at the same, and also as far as artistry or talent, it's become less and less. It's all about the brand. It's all about what you look like. It's all about what you present rather than the actual art itself. But that's something that's been around since the dawn of pop culture and the dawn of music in general. Just the music industry, when they realized, ooh, we can give this kid, we could throw a guitar on this kid and moose his hair back, and he's got that really great, you know, pouty look. All he has to do is sing a couple lines, and next thing you know, Elvis Presley. You know what I'm saying? So this is not an old thing. You know what I'm saying? This has been around since the dawn of the music industry. But at the same time, though, because it's all about chopping it up, reprocess it, and throw it out to the young kids so that they eat it up and love it, right? And it just depends on, and I feel like when it comes to the music industry too, it's all about they take a whole bunch of stuff and they throw it on a wall to see what sticks. And whatever sticks, they stick with it. You know what I mean? Because they're going, ooh, Lil Nas X is killing it with that Old Town Road. Let's stay with him. Let's stay with him. Oh my God, Billy Ray Cyrus went on that track with him, bruh, and it took that song to a whole nother level. What's up? Let's keep watching him, right? Along with Lil Baby, Baby's Baby, whatever, you know, littles of some another. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, they're going, okay, that guy's falling off. You know what I mean? Because he got too addicted to drugs or he got too many baby mamas. Then you got Lil Nas X still pushing forward, trying to do more stuff and trying to revitalize his own image, because of course coming out and all that stuff, now he goes, oh well, I made my own lane, let me just do this. So here's the thing, I do agree, it's hard, it's really hard to find talent in the game now. You just see a lot of people that just, like I said, they're copies of copies. They wear the same clothes. They tattoo their bodies with a whole bunch of stuff because that's what looks cool, and hope to make it big. And some do. Now, what they do with their platform is something else. What they decide to do with their platform is something else. Now, Lil Nas X is feeling, I mean, I don't, like I said, I am not a Lil Nas X fan. Let me just make that abundantly clear. I am not. I never have been. The Old Town Road was catchy for the first 2 seconds, and then it became the most annoying song in the world because it was played so damn much. I don't even care if he's out or not. I don't. But I do understand what he's doing and the hypocrisy of what's going on within what he is doing. So he says, he comes out, right? And nowadays, that is embraced more than ever, right? And I think he's seeing this as an opportunity to do something different within the confines of the music industry that he resides in. Now, here's the other thing, though, too. There were other artists that were out or that are out that have done things to express their sexuality and show that they are proud of being whatever they might identify themselves as. But they've never done it to this extreme, like Lil Nas X. I'm not with it. I saw the music video and I'm like, I just rolled my eyes the entire time. I'm like, get out of here. I know what he's doing. It's causing people to talk. He is known to be a quote unquote troll, and he's doing exactly as such. But the only thing that I lean on is the hypocrisy of it all. You sit there and you say, like, you know, you got somebody like Dr. Boyce Watkins, which I do respect that man. I do respect his opinion. You know, I think he's done a lot of great things as far as the Black excellence movement, etc. He has a very controversial opinion about a lot of things. But I do think it is hypocritical for him to sit there and say, oh, he's promoting this, that, and the third, and he's going to be a super spreader of AIDS, and he's promoting this, that, and the third, when it's the other side too. The heterosexual world has been doing this forever. I find that hypocritical. And that's it. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with either side of the opinion. But I do believe that if he can't do it on that side, then we can't do it on this side either. That's what I think. That's what I personally think. Oh, the other thing I want to point out as well is I think it's interesting that you got, and this is the other part that I find very strange. We'll see a music video with a girl, right? The girl is the artist. Doesn't matter their name. But shoot, let's use Cardi B for an example. All right. You got Cardi B out in this piece, man, doing her thing, doing a music video. Next thing you know, she got her tongue all up in this girl's mouth, grinding and doing all these sexual things with a girl. Just because us heterosexual men like seeing that kind of stuff, most heterosexual men enjoy seeing that, does not mean that it, like, so should that be stopped then too? Anything that's hypersexualized that we see on music videos should just be stopped, done, killed, murked, thrown away. Like I said, if you don't like it, you can always skip it. You can always play something else. I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth.
They play the same 15 songs in the radio.
Whether I like that music video or not. But sorry, go ahead, T. Just had to say that last piece.
I get the whole point of blocking something out, but like they play the same 15 songs on rotation and on the radio nonstop.
Yeah.
DJs don't have any power on what to play. They're told by their producers. They're told by their bosses what to put out there and play and spin on records.
Facts.
Those DJs with influence who go out the way and play holiday music of any genre, they get fired. So I'm asking, who's profiting off of allowing the industry to dumb down society? And we can't just accept shit that's tied in a bow tie with perfume on it and go, oh, that's not that bad. Let's be honest about it. The industry sucks. And it's not about Nas X only. It's just as a whole. Whether you're thugging it out, shooting somebody up 15 times and going to jail, or you got nothing but G-strings in every video, or you have this, it's all watered down junk, in my opinion.
Right.
And it's allowed to happen. That's what I'm saying to you. Like what's the line in the sand?
See, that's the thing.
That's my question.
No, and that's a great question. And that's basically what I'm trying to say here too. It's, you know, where is it when we know the line is being crossed? We talk about, for example, you just said this, and you said it beautifully right there. There are videos all day long that are glorified gang violence, violence against our own people, black on black crime, black on black violence. But then, of course, now things have changed. So now it's blue on black violence. You know what I'm saying? But before it was glorified. Shoot, there were skits in the albums. Remember that stuff? They'd be like, Pop, 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 and the next thing you know, dun, 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 you know what I mean? It'd be like, and then the song goes in. You know what I'm saying? It has always been like that. It's always been glorified. You know what I mean? Acting like everything's the Wild Wild West and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like now you got somebody who's doing the same thing. It's just on the other shoe. It's the other Adidas. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, oh, I got a problem with it. And it's like, wait a second. Then we're being hypocritical. You know?
I mean, like, I'm not bashing like everything. I'm saying to you, like, there's always been trash music.
Oh yeah.
Right? The fact that we allowed the trash music to become the mainstream, that's my biggest problem. Because it's put out there to every outlet, every radio station, every part of the country, to every kid, adult, whoever, whether you like it or not. You always have subgenres of music that existed. You like it, go buy it. Support them. Make your money. Be an entrepreneur. Capitalism, I'm all for it. But to promote this as the mainstream, that's my problem.
Yeah. No, and okay, so when it comes to mainstream, see, that's the thing, though. That's what we live on, right? That's what we all love. We all love that thing that's hot and edgy and cool. At least that's what we are. That's what we're like when we're young. We always want that thing that's rebellious and in your face and shock and awe, etc., etc., etc. That's what we do. That's how we are, or that's how we've been raised, right? Not every day are you going to sit there and go, man, I can't wait to see that guy in that new music video in his khakis and his button-up Oxford shirt. No, we ain't gonna. No one's gonna sit there and watch that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we don't live in that world. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? You know, we don't live in a world where it's like, ooh, I can't wait to hear that concert violinist do her version or her rendition of the latest Rachmaninoff piece or something like that. No one gives a damn about that. They want to see butts and boobs. You know what I mean? They want to see BBLs and fake boobies. You know? Tatted, twerking, and making that shmoney. That's the world that we live in right now. And it's sad, but that is the truth. Now, this girl's coming out, or this guy is coming out with his own stuff, with his own content, and pushing the envelope in that realm and doing the exact same thing these other music videos are doing as well. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing too. So there's a scene in a shower where him and a bunch of dancers are doing a choreographed dance piece, and they're all seemingly buck naked. But then you got another music video by Cardi B. I forgot the name of it. Like, I think it was maybe Be Careful With Me or something like that. But the entire music video, she's stark naked. Her whole thing is, you know, it's all mosaicked out. It's all blurred out. But she full on buck naked. Buck naked. And ain't nobody tripping about that. Nobody. Just saying. It's okay with women, but it's not okay with on the other side. It's okay for men to be going, hey, like straight men, seemingly straight men, to go out there and smash and act like, oh, you know, I'd be smashing her and I'd be smashing this and all that. That's slapping the ass and is twerking and all that stuff. But then he does it, and it's a bad problem. All I'm saying is, and like I said, I don't like the song. I didn't like the music video. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy of it all. I'm just on the side of the hypocrisy. I think it's hypocritical as hell. If it's okay over here, it should be okay over here. Period. And that's it. I think that if it is something that you don't like, then turn it off. If it's highly offensive, change the channel. But like I said, it's not every day that you go to MTV. Remember that thing called MTV? Remember that BET? Remember when they used to play music videos? They don't know. They don't know mo. Like, when was the last time you saw a music video played on BET or MTV? You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to see it there.
Owned by Viacom. All same company. There's no division in it. All the same owner. So they put out what they want to put out. It's all being controlled by the same people.
Exactly. Exactly. Same people doing their thing and all that. The Pioneer said, Pascal, good question. Why is it a problem when he does it? But also, where's the gay country singer? Why aren't they being popularized like Lil Nas X? That's a good question. I don't know if there is a gay or a country singer that's out, but I'm sure give it time. I mean, we just got our first openly gay football player. We just had an NHL, a hockey player, come out as gay just last week. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to happen in time. Give it time. It'll come out. It'll come out. You know what I'm saying? It's taking its time. And I'm sure it'll be the same damn thing. Although it'd be weird to see a music video about a gay guy singing about a guy in Daisy Dukes. That'd be weird. Just saying that out loud. Okay? To me. Be weird. But at the same time, hey, that's what that person wants to make. That's what they want to make. I have the choice whether to turn it on or turn it off. And that's basically it. So anyway, guys, that's the show. I really do appreciate everybody for coming on. You know what I'm saying? To David and T, thank you so much for coming on, my brother. Appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, bro. You're welcome.
Yeah, man. But anyway, for those of y'all, like I said, tomorrow we will be on at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a nice little heads up about all that. So tomorrow and Wednesday we will be on at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time instead of 9 a.m. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. Also, I wanted to say this too. Be sure, because tonight I will be on another channel show, which I'm very, very excited about. Be sure to tune into Mr. 1950. I'll be on with him, chopping it up. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but I am looking forward to it. I'll be on at, it looks like 7 p.m. Pacific time. So it looks like 4, if I'm correct. 4 Eastern? Is that right, T? If it's 7 p.m. Pacific time, then it's 4.
Yeah, 3
right?
hours apart.
Yeah,
3 hours apart.
So I'll be on at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so 1950, Mr. 1950, I'll be on tonight, chopping it up with him live. So be sure to go and jump on over there and be a part of the conversation. It should be a very fun one. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm sure it'll be a very entertaining one. So be sure to go over there. I'll be on at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mr. 1950's show. All right? So tune in for that. That should be fun. Should be a fun one, okay? But anyway, it is time to get going. I appreciate everybody for being part of the conversation. You know, none of these conversations are easy. You know what I'm saying? We all have opposing views, and that's why I love this show so much, because we can all be under the same roof and agree to disagree for the most part, you know, but have a good conversation about it and hear each other's points. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I appreciate all you guys. All right, I'll be on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow morning, but I will be on this other show tonight, at 4 p.m. Is it 7 p.m. Pacific? Then it's 10. My bad. It's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, I'm doing the math all wrong. I am so sorry. So not 4, but 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what it is, right? Right, T?
So, okay, what time are you going to be there?
So his show is at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Pacific time.
Got it.
So
got
that's
it. So
10.
So we're later here.
Yes, so it's 10.
Later here.
Yes, 3 hours
Yes.
later. So it's 10.
Here.
Wow. 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight at Mr. 1950's channel. Okay? So please go over to Mr. 1950's channel. Be sure to be on there. I'll be on at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're on Pacific Time, it's 7 p.m. Pacific Time. Thank you, Chuck, for the heads up. That would have been so nasty. Oh, my God. But anyway, I really do appreciate all you guys. All right. Thank you so much for being on and talking. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. And if you're a new person, a new viewer of the show, be sure to crush that subscribe button. It'd be really appreciated, okay? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood, we inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.